Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today, we're reading for the entire month of September. Yes, it's the longer readings for my Geminis. Hello, my Gemini. Okay, so longer reading means I use 3 decks of cards. I use my Bradley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, provides kind of that main message. I follow up with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, fills in those gaps. And then I finish asking what advice is needed from my Osho Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused each deck with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now, normally at this point, in the last 2 months, I have, put in my month, overview. Well, due to technical difficulties, I actually had to do a separate video on that, so you won't see that. But you won't see it here, but you can go on, that video and take a look. There's a lot of interesting energies going on. It's a lot of things, just a lot going on still. It's all part of this 2019 very strong astrological year. Now, I have shuffled. We are going to go and pull out 3 cards. So the second and the third card are reversed. So if you've not followed, that means this is strong energy or stronger message. So please pay attention. Our first card is the Page of Earth. Okay, this is really good news. This is good news about money. This is good news about opportunities. So this looks like this month will be a good month of energy for you. Now, Earth energy is our Virgo, so part of this is Virgo season. It is also our Taurus and our Capricorn. Earth energy is very solid energy, and it's money energy, usually. It's something you can touch energy. But this is also about you learning something new. You going back to school, you going into some sort of a training, you learning. This is you absorbing. And I feel like you're going to be, my Geminis, I feel like you're like a sponge. Like, one of those sponges that are like really tiny, and then it's put in the water and then it goes about 5 sizes bigger than what it started. I feel like you are going to be just absorbing knowledge. Now, this is the Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Yeah, and I don't know if this is going to be on the internet or if you're actually going to be in a classroom or if this is part of a job per se, but it is like you just absorbing knowledge and you becoming almost like the subject matter expert or the SME, S-M-E. It's like you becoming the one that people actually use as that resource, more so than what you have been. Okay, next card is reversed. Life experience, Archangel Chamuel, very strong energy card, and this is about life changing. This is, again, whatever this was, it's going to lead into some major changes for you. So maybe you are looking for a job. In the video, the September video, August 30th, I talk about that. So maybe you are looking for a job and you do your resume or your interviews, but something that's majorly changing for you. Now, this is a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Again, I feel like you are entering a time where people recognize you for what you, I don't know, is it what you know? Is it what you do? So if you are an undiscovered artist, okay, keep getting out there because I feel like you could be discovered. Okay, if you are an artist, can be somebody that works with their hands. It could be somebody that works with their voice, I feel like for you, my Geminis, that if you are an undiscovered artist, it's like all of a sudden it just blossoms out. Okay, big life change for you. Big life change. Okay, next card is also reversed. The Page of Water. Water energy is, of course, our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy, fluid, emotional energy. Again, this is the page. Pages are rather impulsive. Pages feel like I can do anything. I'm just going to go for it. And this is about intuitive, sensitive, artistic. So for my artists, please make sure your work is being seen or being shown somewhere. And friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Listen to that intuition. Really, really pay attention to it. Make sure you have that connection because you want to hear from the light. I talk about positive thoughts, positive voices in videos, but also in the September one. But the new person entering your life, a relationship begins a new phase. And again, relationships are, it could be your job, your career, your work. It could be personal, intimate. It could be family. But it's like, again, there's, something starts for you. I really feel that this is the start of something really big for Geminis. And we're going to keep it positive, right? We're going to hope just for really good stuff with this. Make sure you continue, with that connection. Make sure you meditate. Make sure, but it's like a positive, it's like a renewal. I'm feeling a renewal of life, a release of burdens. I feel like going forward, okay? Very strong energies coming through for you, my Geminis. And it's one that you can really work with. You can work with this, but you have to stay positive. Remember, you have your twins, and sometimes that one twin gets a little bit on the mischievous side, and sometimes that one twin actually kind of tries to mess things up for you. So basically, give that one twin that time out, okay? Because again, if there's something if you're creative, and creativity doesn't necessarily mean it's in the arts itself. It could be that you're creative in business, you're creative at finding solutions, but I feel like there is this creativity and it's going to come to light. Okay, and I feel it really, really strong for my Geminis. And again, that good news about financial matters. But again, yeah, and it's like you're the one to know. You're the one to know. Okay, let's see. Anything we want to add for our Geminis? Anything new? Okay, let's go ahead and cut. Some of the cards wanted to come out, but they really didn't pop enough. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Okay, first card, light. Light. Oh, I feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel. Oh my goodness. I feel like, yes, my way is being shown to me. I feel like finally I can see my way. Finally things are being put into place. I don't have to struggle in the dark anymore. Okay? These are all the things that are coming for you to know, my Geminis. So next card, reversed. Reverse cards, remember, are very strong messages. Wisdom. And 5 is about change, but wisdom is about knowing the right path, knowing the right way. Again, that one angel, you might need to put him or her into timeout and say, no, we're not going that way. You only fill me with worry, okay? You're just mischievous, so you're going in timeout. And it's using the wisdom, because you are extremely intellectual, but it's also about, using that wisdom to guide you to that next step. Okay, next card. Material harvest. Okay. Again, this new for you. We have good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. It's coming. What you've put out. The material harvest is returning to you. Seeds that have been planted, it's coming back to you, or it's coming to you. Maybe for many of you, you may not have had a coming back to you as much as it is you have a coming to you. Okay? So again, please watch that September one because we do talk a little bit about, karma and destiny. And it's like, wow, this is really very much about this karmic circle coming back for you. Okay, any words of advice? Any words of advice for my Gemini? Okay, you popped out. Face up. Okay, let's go ahead and cut. Now let's see. Here we go, 1 and 2. We've got the first card that popped. Okay, the first card, this is an interesting card. This is kind of about being in the moment. This is experiencing, okay? This is about, this woman is honoring and holding and feeling the ancientness of this tree is feeling the wisdom of this tree. This person is in this moment right now, but yet at the same time looking, it's also looking back at, what this tree has gone through, okay? So this is about being in the moment, but also learning from the past. Okay, so let's go on to our next card. Reversed guidance. So here we have an angelic figure that's basically of light, and it's basically floating up, flying up, and we have this person. There's a person over here. I don't know if you can see. There's a person over here. In some ways, the person looks like they're resistant to this guidance. Okay, this is again connecting with that higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine. But this is about making sure you keep that connection really strong. Because I look at this, and even though the angel is saying, the angel is of light, the angel is saying, yes, let's go this way, it almost looks like the person is resisting it. Okay, so be aware of that. Be aware that, remember, you have this other card that talks about your heightened psychic ability. You may be given, you might have some downloads. You need to make sure that it's of your positive, it's of your light, and, saying you need to do this, and you're like, I don't want to. I've done that. Nope, not doing that. I don't like that. So you need to really be able to measure that. You need to be able to use wisdom, okay? Now, and sometimes you do things that seem just totally crazy because of this intuition. I'm not saying you never hurt another person because of that. Never, ever, ever. But, you need to use the wisdom, and then it's like, wow, if I hadn't done that, wow, look at the blessings I received. And I received it because I did it. So here we go. Guilt. Now, this is interesting, my Geminis. This is an interesting card because if you look at this woman is being tortured. This woman, the guilt is not necessary. I mean, I don't know if it's of her making or not of her making. I tend to look at it and say that it's from the darker energies. It's that, again, I told you that one twin needs to go out. The twin needs to go into timeout. But if you look at this, it's like somebody else, darker energies are coming in on this person. So you always have, so it's not necessarily her energy, but it's this dark energy, this dark stuff coming in, and it's got claws, and somehow it's gotten in. So that's where we need to be kind of work, where we're in that moment, where we're connecting, and sometimes even if it doesn't make sense, but as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it's it helps us to get past it, okay? But with this, watch out. A lot of times guilt to me is a useless emotion. It's a useless emotion. If you can do something about it, if you've wronged somebody, then try to go back and correct the situation. Sometimes you can't correct situations, so it's best if you just stay out of that person's life, because sometimes going back in their life creates more problems for them, and you were trying to correct something. So, but at the same time, I'm not saying you don't learn from your experiences or that you don't try to do better. Definitely learn and do better. But many times guilt is a useless emotion, and it's keeping you from necessarily going forward. Okay? So my Geminis, this looks like it's going to be a really good month for you. Things opening up for you. Things just, saying, come on down, material harvest, light, life-changing stuff for you. So this looks like this energy will be good. The only thing I'm going to tell you again is take the little guy or girl time out. Okay? Okay. So my Geminis, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.